So, part of the reason why we moved up here to Alaska was to actually create our own homestead, which during the springtime we will be planting everything that we started from seedlings. But right now everything is store-bought, but we are getting into the habit of just making our own breads, doughs, as much as we can right now, make everything from scratch. So what we are making today is a pizza. So we're gonna start by making the dough. So this part's pretty easy. All you need is 2 1/3 cups of flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active yeast or 1 package, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sugar, salt, dried basil, the olive oil, but we're using avocado oil. Now the sugar that I'm using is the monk fruit sugar, just more of a natural sugar. Then also over here I have my Alaska artesian coffee and also a glass of wine to keep me going. Our utensils is going to be a medium mixing bowl, a large mixing bowl, and then measuring spoons. So what we're first going to start off is by mixing the flour. We're going to do about half of the flour right now, put it in the mixing bowl. Okay, here I'll add a little bit more. And then we are going to add our yeast in. We're going to add our sugar. We're going to add in some salt. And this one I'm just going to kind of eyeball, but the salt should be about 3/4 of a teaspoon. I'm going to add in a little bit of basil. And then after doing that, we are just going to mix it up, which also you need a mixing spoon. Okay. And then once we get that all mixed up together, then we're going to add in our 3/4 cup of warm water. And you just want to make sure it's not too hot because otherwise it will kill the yeast. Now Jacob here will stir the dough around for us.
We're making pizza?
Yeah.
Ooh. My paint's drying, so I have nothing to do.
Okay, well Jacob right now is remodeling our
Laundry room.
Torn everything apart in the laundry room. He's restained all the wood and put in new light fixtures. And now we're gonna add in the rest of the flour.
All at once?
Yeah.
I just washed my hands, I swear.
We're adding the oil in just to put a light coating inside of the bowl that we're gonna let the dough rise. And what we're doing is you just kind of grab it and you just kind of swirl it around in there. You can take your hand and kind of move it around. It just needs a little bit more. We actually moved here to Alaska, like I said earlier, to do our homestead, just to kind of get away from the city life. We both realized this is really the lifestyle that we wanted, and we're really excited about our seedlings too. We cannot wait till we're able to plant that. We're about to go get our new greenhouse, so for all our tomatoes and some of our other vegetables that kind of need to be a little bit more in the heated area, and that's what the greenhouse allows us to do.
I'm going in with my hands.
There we go. So like I said before, this is our kind of like our new life, is making everything ourselves from scratch, which we are super excited about. It saves money.
It's taking us a while to get into it, but we just have so much going on right now, so we just moved. So it's hard to just,
That's very true.
get right into it. We're trying to like settle in here.
Yeah, because the only thing we really got in our house right now is our couch chair with the ottoman, and then our bed that's still on the ground. And yeah, and then we created our second bedroom is just basically right now we're growing our plants for the springtime to plant outside.
Plants and our construction materials.
And yeah. But it's all part of the process. So now we're getting a little bit more comfortable being here in Alaska. We're like kind of like settling down.
Am I supposed to make it into a ball?
Yeah, just make it into a ball. And then what we're gonna do is,
I'm tired of your job today.
and then that should be good. We're just making it into a ball. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place it in this bowl that we put our oil in. We're just gonna kind of move it around, twirl it, and make sure that the whole outside of the ball is covered in oil. And then once we did that, we leave the ball in there, and then we're just gonna cover it. We're gonna use a cloth and put it in a warm area, which will probably be where our seedlings are, and allow it to rise for about 30 minutes or until it's about
double in size.
Double in size. Thank you. I'm gonna take our towel and just cover it. We'll see it in about 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, so our dough has been sitting actually for probably about a little over an hour now. We didn't have it in a warm enough spot. So what we did is we turned the oven on for just 1 minute and then turned it off. And then we placed the dough in the oven to help it rise, and it did. So that is a solution to that problem if you can't find a warm spot in your house. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some flour down, just lightly toss the flour down. Just use our fingers to deflate the dough. So if you want to do that.
Pull it out?
Yeah. Or just deflate it first. Okay. Now that we did that, we are going to pull the dough out. Place it on the pad. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to knead it. And then pull it in. Yep. You want to do this 3 to 5 times. Done with that, we're gonna roll the dough out with our hands. You can use a rolling pin, but we like to use our hands for this kind of stuff, use minimal equipment.
And then shape it?
Yep, and now we are going to shape it. As he shapes it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna oil this pan, this cast iron pan, because we're gonna be making our pizza in a cast iron pan. And the first thing you wanna do is oil it, and then use your hands to spread out the oil. Then you're gonna wanna put, I like to put at the bottom once your oil is spread out. Also garlic salt, basil, but the most important, cornmeal. That helps the dough from not sticking to the bottom of the pan. Place this now, the dough inside of the pan, and we're gonna just shape it to the pan now. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is just add our ingredients. I just have a can of tomato sauce here because we're gonna make our own sauce. I'm just gonna spread it around. What we're gonna do is add on the Italian mixture to kind of give it that pizza flavor. Add just a tiny bit of garlic salt. And now we're gonna add on our cheese. And our oven has been preheated to 425. And we're just gonna next thing we do is add on the rest of our toppings. And we have cooked pork sausage. just throw it in the oven.
For how long?
We're gonna do about 15 minutes.
Ooh. It smells good. It's hot. Mmm. It's almost like a deep dish.
And now, we gotta try the pizza. Oh my God.